Let Claudia in. What? Yep. It's Molly Craft. It's amazing though how few times somebody forgets about this. You know what I mean? It's amazing how few times people forget about.
This.
Yeah. We don't have to call many times and say, hey, other than Claudia.
Her money.
Huh? What?
Any money?
No.
I'm gonna have to bother Chad today and ask him how to do PR bonds. Cause I don't have his process and I need to do that one and the one for Jared Stapleton. Even though Jared hasn't went and saw the guy,
Or told us to do it. I mean, truthfully,
just wait till.
they're supposed to tell us when to do it, even though we are kind of on top of it generally.
Well, Kara Fitz has one and she's asking. She said she's been trying to get a hold of Chad, but he's out, obviously. So I gotta figure out his process.
But Claudia has a double chin from that angle.
I'm not looking and watching. I'm not. That's not me. My double chin from any angle.
It's not nice to point it out or not nice to say it or what?
Not all of it.
Okay. Because now we have the detention center. We're just missing Kathy with Michelle. I don't really have to have Kathy right away, do I?
I would wait.
There. Be that way. And Claudia's got River double chin. Oh, there it is. Yeah, probably just jinx us by saying no one ever forget.
Wait, is this not in Kathy?
Yeah.
She just accepted.
No.
I thought. No, that's. Isn't your world yet?
I did. I didn't get it. That was Cat Ray roll. I think we just have the one.
Happy Halloween, Judge.
How are you?
Good.
I didn't have time to dress up. All right. This is Melissa Brighton, I believe. And I do have a copy of the mental health assessment. I'll consider that for the purposes here. And did you want to call your client?
Briefly, Judge.
All right. If you would raise your right hand and be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give be a truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth, help you God. You got
I do.
Okay, thank you. You can go ahead.
Thank you, Melissa. Is your name Melissa Brightman?
It is.
And you're obviously currently in custody of the Collin County Jail. Have you ever received a diagnosis for mental health issues?
I have.
And how far back do you remember that being? How old were you when you received your first diagnosis?
I believe the first time was 2001.
Okay, and how old are you now?
47.
Okay, so you're in your 20s at the time of your first diagnosis.
Correct.
Do you recall what that diagnosis was?
Major depressive disorder and generalized anxiety disorder, I believe.
Is this something that you continue to deal with since your first diagnosis?
Yes.
And what are ways that you've tried to deal with this issue that you've had?
I've been on medicine, many different kinds since then. I'm trying to figure out what's best as far as what works. I've self-medicated. I've done healthy things like exercise, therapy, the gamut, run all of it.
Have you also sought treatment from LifePath?
I have been with LifePath in the past, yes.
Okay. Are you currently receiving mental health treatment while at the Collin County Jail?
Yes.
And I know that you likely believe that they're doing a good job at the jail, but do you believe that you would receive a higher level of mental health services were you released?
Yes, definitely.
If the court were to grant you a mental health PR bond, the court would likely require that you accept treatment and follow the recommendations of your mental health providers. Is that something that you're willing to do?
I am.
Do you have a support system available to you?
I do.
What's your plan? So just a second, let me pause you just for 2 seconds and let's be candid and state to the court that we have a hold on us out of a different county. Is that right?
I do have a hole in Denton.
And that's a case that's already been filed and is already working its way through the process.
It's actually, we've got a deal in place. I just have to get to court and sign.
Okay. And what is the basis of that knowledge? How do you know that?
Oh, I mean, I have a signed, the last time I went to court, they offered me the deal and I signed for it, the acknowledgement of the deal.
Okay. And so what is your plan if you were to be released on a mental health PR bond?
I would go home with my parents. Well, I would first go to Denton, get put on probation, and then go to my parents. And then I'm going to be looking for an Oxford house, a sober living home to stay with. I do have a potential job opportunity, so I would definitely follow up with that. And then there's other backup ones if that doesn't, pan out. I do have transportation. I have a car.
And have your parents expressed willingness to have you?
They're willing for me to be there temporarily. They don't think it's a great permanent solution. But they're definitely open to that, and they're willing to actually pay for the Oxford House for the first like month or something like that.
And to your knowledge, the case here in Collin County is not yet filed, right?
As far as I know.
And you've been in custody for 70 days, 70?
I mean, I don't know the exact, but yes, August 22nd, I was arrested.
Okay, pass witness.
Any questions from the state?
No questions from the state, Your Honor.
Anything else from the defendant?
No, sir.
Anything else from the state?
Just to read the criminal history, Your Honor. On June 23rd of 2005, defendant was arrested for fraud, possession of a controlled substance / prescription, Schedule 3/4, and received 3 years probation. On July 24th, 2007, defendant was arrested for DWI, received 18 months probation. On April 28th, 2008, defendant was arrested for fraud, possession of a controlled substance / prescription, Schedule 3 and 4, received 2 years confinement. On March 9th, 2012, defendant was arrested for 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance less than 1 gram and received 6 months confinement. On October 3rd, 2014, defendant was arrested for possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram, and received 60 months probation. And there's the pending case in Denton, and then this arrest, Your Honor.
Anything else?
We would just object due to the criminal history.
Yeah, your criminal history is a little lengthy, but I think if I heard it right, I think the last offense that other than this one in Denton was probably 9 years ago or so. So I'm going to go ahead and get you out on bond. You've got to do what you say you're going to do once you get done with your Denton case, and that is you've got to call Kathy every week, let her know how you're doing. You've got to come see me once a month. Expect to be drug tested when you come see me because you have drug problems. So
That makes sense.
and if you are in a sober living facility, we're going to leave you in the facility until you're done with that facility. Okay.
That makes sense.
All right. And did you want to share anything, Kathy?
Yes, you should be receiving a folder with my card and my contact information. I know you're going to Denton after, so if in case you don't, just reach out to your attorney and get my phone number from him. And then just give me a call as soon as you're released from Denton County.
Can I ask a question?
Yep.
How do y'all know if I'm released or not? Just so, I mean, like, I don't want you to think that I'm gonna be able to call. I think it might be a couple, 3 weeks before I get into court there.
Yeah, we have people that will tell us.
Okay, just making sure.
We'll follow up on whether you're still in there or not.
Awesome.
Okay. Good
Appreciate
luck.
it.
We'll see you
Thank
soon.
you.
Thank you,
All right.
Judge.
All right. Thanks. See you later.